bracket format. If you didn't do bracket,
Did you call me Maddie?
No. Many people wouldn't many people wouldn't have wouldn't have gone against this final battle we have between Bruins and EZW here. Who's got the edge, or who's the favorite to win this game today?
Honestly, two amazing teams that made it out of the Division 3 bracket. It was definitely two teams that are worthy of being here. I give the slight edge to EZW, that chemistry that I mentioned in my articles throughout the year. That's chemistry that you cannot buy. That's experience together playing that you cannot buy. That's what they have, 6 years worth of that experience. Slight edge to Jeremy White and the crew.
Well, you talk about years of experience. The Bruins have been together for a few years now, and now they finally made it to the next level of their development here. We talk about the quarterback play. How important will that be today for the Bruins and for EZW?
Absolutely. It's going to be the thing to watch. Chris Vero going up against Jeremy White, and Chris Vero going up against a rusher in EZW, and Jeremy White going up against a rusher in the Bruins and Gab Wiseman. That's going to be definitely the matchup to watch here.
And finally, we look at the supporting cast for these teams here. You look at the numbers right now, EZW a little bit minimal in terms of their options available, whereas you look at the Bruins, they have a little bit more depth to work with. Could that be a factor going deep into this game if it is a close matchup?
It could very well be. However, the depth on both sides are there. There's just a bit more depth in terms of that 6th or 7th receiver. In case of an injury, for example, EZW don't have as much depth down the lineup. But if in their starting roster, however, it goes 5 receivers deep.
Let's go to field level for a kickoff between Bruins and EZW here on this Sunday afternoon. As we get ready for a kickoff here, it will be Bruins who will open up the proceedings, led by Christopher Vero, who during the regular season of this campaign, Vero had a solid season in what he did. 34 touchdowns, 4 INTs, over 1,500 yards passing, and the key number, 73% passing completion this season for the Bruins.
Yeah, absolutely. Both quarterbacks very accurate. We're going to see them go short, drive the field. Let's see which quarterback is going to take that shot deep and if they connect on it. We saw a bit of jitters in yesterday's day 1 matchup of finals. Not everyone was hitting those deep balls. And so whoever can hit that deep ball, Chris Vero, Jeremy White, might be the difference in this game.
All right, there's a bit of a delay here. So right now we'll take a 10-second break here because the referees forgot something in the locker room here. So unfortunately, the Keystone Cops, the officials of FPF, a little bit off the mark today. Bruce Hogan, Brent Young, and of course Jack Nudie. Conrad as well, Keeble. Jack Nudie here with us, Walter Berry in the booth. And we'll have replays. If it is called upon, we'll have the officials here with us to talk about the replay if there's a situation that is in question that we look forward to. We have 2 other premium finals today, Div 2, Div 1, and then later on tonight is the co-eds, 1, 2, and 3. And tomorrow night we wrap it up with the best of the best, the women's finals 1 and 2. And now Conrad Keogh back as he forgot his whistle.
The whistle. It's kind of a key part of the referee equipment.
In tackle football, that'd be what, -2 for forgetting your whistle on the sidelines?
You dock points for sure.
You dock points right now.
Of course, and as well, we do have Maya Hankey as our scorekeeper here in FPF as well. We don't forget anyone here, Mokan.
No, we don't. So we get this first play underway. The Bruins dynamite that they are. Christopher Vero, 34 touchdowns during the regular season. They went through a gauntlet of teams, and here they are in the finals. The pump, the throw, caught by your boy, Mr. Champagne, his first catch of the day, and he's brought down by Steel Levine.
He's about to pop the champagne if he goes on a deep streak here. Chris Vero, very accurate with that intermediate, 10 to 8 yard out in the intermediate to exactly Dab Champagne.
When you talk about Bruins, they took out Friends with Danny 34-13, lightweight 44-26, and they beat backyard bullies rather handily 36-14 in their win. And now it is second and short for Vero, and he will go to Rocco Cristiano on his first catch of the day. Cristiano had 33 catches, 11 touchdowns, so 1 catch for every 3 passes that he had this season.
Yeah, the entire lineup here for the Bruins is stacked. You have Justin Calix, your left wide receiver, Gab Champagne, your left slot, Gab Wiseman in your as the snapper position, Rocco Cristiano in the right slot, and Zach Zwern in the right wide receiver.
Base formation is Justin Calix, a longtime member of this roster, is occupying the width on the left. Here's Vero. He has plenty of time. Farlon closing it down, and that is well defended. Intended for Gab Wiseman. Etienne Larange Gervais in. He had 2 INTs during the regular season, had 4 PDs as well.
Yeah, Maxime Boucher-Cyr not here for the final, so they do have a very suitable replacement in JC Fadlan, putting a lot of pressure on Chris Vero, limiting that run option, really forcing him to throw that pass into tight coverage. Etienne Laurent Gervais, one of the better safeties in FPF, able to defend that super well.
Yeah, he penetrated through that pass play and now makes it second down here for Vero. Pressure again, Vorling, and now Vero's on the go, and he is tripped up and brought down by Alex Barros, who had 19 tackles during the regular season. It'll be third down coming up, but it'll be very minimal gain on that play.
Yeah, gain of 1 yard. That's very important because now Chris Vero unable to run on this next play. Good positioning by Alex Barros, not giving out the inside nor the outside either. He played that position really well, forced Chris Vero to make the first move, which was towards the ground.
And now money play coming up for Vero and the Bruins. This is a team, again, that scored 36, 44, 34 during their playoff run of games, and now looking to get their first 6 of the day. Vero pumping, going deep, and that is caught by Champagne, and he is taken down by White just inside the 5. And it'll be first and goal. And you talk about the sizzler, it is Gab Champagne.
Yeah, he's gonna be that matchup nightmare for EZW defense here. Able to just run a 12, 15-yard hook, kind of sort of a lazy fly up the seam, and Chris Vero just puts it up there, and he's able to come down with it. Clean catch for the first down, sets up first and goal.
You got the Rolls Royce in Vero, and you got the 4x4 truck in Gab Charles Champagne, who is a monster, a big player for him as well. Vero, first and goal, firing, caught, touchdown, Rocco Cristiano, and they open up the account with the first 6 points rather easily on a crossing route coming up here, and a 2-point coming up for the Bruins.
Yeah, this is a team. Chris Vero, as we see the replay here, Rocco Cristiano with the drag, the short crosser at the front of the goal line. The EZW defense just backed up a little too much on the right side, opening up that hole. Easy read for Chris Vero. Team that loves to go for 2 here, very much under that Braves influence from Chris Vero, playing with them. Let's see how they operate here.
Trips left on this formation. Here's Vero, second quarterback, dropping, firing, and he started the touchdown. He completes the full number of points here. Champagne gets the 2-point convert. 8-0 lead for the Bruins.
Classic Braves move here. You fake that pass to Rocco Cristiano, who's your drop back quarterback. That brings Nathan Desjardins into to defend Rocco as a second quarterback. That opens up a hole in the defense. Gab Champagne just runs a 7-yard slant to the left into that open vacated area, able to hit it for 2. They're up 8-0 now.
And now the first drive for Jeremy White in EZW have a 5-game streak of 40 points or more, and they would like to have the weight of goal of 40 points or more to win this matchup. Here's White's first pass. Fallon couldn't get to that. Cristiano in on the coverage. Gab Wiseman, the pass rusher. And you have to wonder if that's the matchup to look out for Gab Wiseman, as you see from the pass rush on the replay.
Yeah, it is going to be the key matchup on defense here. Notice that the Bruins were in a man coverage. They're going to try and limit Jeremy White's ability to scramble. Watch for Nelson Pereira lined up on the receiver of the year, Alex Barros. Big mismatch there.
For Pereira.
Yes.
Of course. And here is White pumping, going sideline, open, caught, first down, and more. And this time getting his first catch of the day, and that was a massive play for the EZW offense.
Yeah, on second down, nice pickup here by Nathan Desjardins. Lazy fly, deep hook. Rocco Cristiano from the safety position couldn't get there. Quick huddle here from EZW. Expect all hooks.
Yeah, Desjardins had almost 1 touchdown for every 3 receptions during the regular season, wearing the number 10 shirt for the EZW attack. Base formation again. And here is White, pumping, looking, pressure, and away he goes on the left side, and he's taken out by Gab Wiseman, and that will be
a 2-yard gain on the run.
And somehow, using the smuggling abilities to get through, because he was dead to rights, Jeremy White, and he got himself 2+ yards.
Yeah, that's going to be the thing is, normally he would have gained 8 to 10. With Gab Wiseman, that hustle that he never gives up. You saw that diving tackle. That's what you get from Gab Wiseman.
So second 8 coming up for EZW. White pumping, and he will throw the ball away. What is determination. There was no one there, and Conrad Keeble will throw his flag.
Yeah.
And here's a replay coming up showing why.
Yeah, absolutely. This is intentional grounding. He's staring down here. Gab Wiseman throws it into an area between JC Fadlan and Nathan Desjardins. No receiver necessarily in that area. Had Desjardins or Fadlan come towards the ball, the flag wouldn't have been called. That's a loss of down and a 10-yard penalty for Jeremy White. Intentional grounding.
Jeremy White tried to use his EZW street smarts in that play. Unfortunately, he came up on the short end of the stick, and that results in a loss of yards. And now it is going to be a third down coming up here for Jeremy White's offense. Again, going to his left, closing down the gap, open, and the DNA fingertips of Rocco Cristiano taking away that ball at the last second, intended for Desjardins.
Oh man, he had that corner route open, and Rocco Cristiano just read that perfectly, trailing just a tiny bit on I believe it was Alex Barros running that corner route. Hopefully we can get the replay, because Rocco Cristiano makes a great defensive play, just getting his fingertips on that ball, as you mentioned, Mo.
And Cristiano during the regular season only had one PD.
This one's huge, as huge as it's going to be.
And now here is the quality of Jeremy White going cross body, and we got 6, and we have an 8-6 lead, and a massive play. Barros coming up as Jeremy White bamboozled the Bruins defense as he shifted to one way, and he goes down the middle.
Exactly. He's rolling out to his right, hits that post over the middle of the field, and that's why Alex Barros was Receiver of the Year in Division 3, having 23 touchdowns, adds one more to his playoff account.
Only 23.
Only.
Yeah. Yeah, he had a 46% conversion rate on touchdowns to receptions during the season. And here is White for the tie. And they are going to be close. Referee 1 says yes. Referee 2 says yes. And would you challenge it because of Nelson Pereira? And look at the angle where it's at with the yellow and white line that we see on the right-hand side of the screen.
It may be worthy of a challenge. I think he's in. I think the flag and the ball are in. They're Nelson Pereira disagreeing with the call, but not enough to operate for a challenge here.
Well, we had 2 magical drives and the battle of wits with these 2 footballing powers. And here is Verreau again on his second drive. Slant in, Zwern. He will get himself about an extra 4 yards in that play as he was taken out by Laurent Gervais on that tackle.
Yeah, one of the ways that you're going to slow down the rush here, as you're seeing Chris Verreau just hit a quick slant from your former Division 1, Division A star in Zach Zwern here.
Zwern, underrated. No one really talks about Zach Zwern.
Yeah, after a leave of absence, some injuries and some time off, he's come back and been a force for this team.
And here is the specimen, Zach Zwern. And here is Verreau going deep on the wheel route. Cristiano. And that was overcooked on the deep ball as White was in the coverage as well.
Yeah, White taking the post away, coming across to just put some pressure on, as we see on the replay. Alex Barros sticking on the out, defends it not so bad. It is one step behind Rocco Cristiano, but a good ball placement by Chris Verreau. It's either his receiver or no one. If that is underthrown, Alex Barros has a potential to get an interception on that play. Good play. I like that on second down after gaining 8 on first.
And now a chance here. It'll be second and short coming up for the Bruins attack. The chief creator, Verreau, and he finds the creator in Zwern. Enough for a first down. Another slant in, and that's almost by rite of passage of how it is for Zwern and Verreau in that play.
Yeah, that's going to be a money play, it looks like, for this Bruins on third and fourth and short situations. But I do expect a Zach Zwern slant in and then come back out because that now Alex Barros is going to be cheating a little bit to the inside.
So 1st and 10, just past the midfield dot, or at the midfield dot. And here is Verreau trying to get into the plus territory. And the curveball pass to Gab Wiseman, and he's taken out by Barros, and that will be second and short coming up here, about 6-yard gain.
Yeah, and look at the release on this as he gets around JC Fadlan, this sort of slider fastball that Gab Wiseman.
Swing over there.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. We'll see that later from Terry Babelis in Co-Ed 3, as you mentioned, the Co-Eds as well, playing here on day 2 of the FPF Finals.
Yeah, Babylon Club has Brett Saberhagen, like 80s pitching throw there. And that will bring up 2nd and 4 for Verreau. Pumping, middle, picked off. And that was it for Calix. And he was taken out by Levin Gervais, who had 2 INTs during the regular season, and that was a big one and a costly mistake from Véro.
Oh no, Laurent Etienne Gervais had more than 2 interceptions on the season.
12 exactly.
Yeah, 12. He was your defensive player of the year in Division 3. He shows you exactly why. Rocco Cristiano with a big tackle there, as of course the EZW likes to go in a hurry-up offense. They're already ready, set to take the snap.
Right now, the challengers are chasing the top-seeded EZW in this matchup with a turnover. And the quick throw, and here is the interceptor creator and the reception maker, and that will go for more than enough for first down from Laurent Gervais, as he's taken up by Champagne on that play. So you're seeing the Rolodex of options being used by Jeremy White on the first 2 drives.
Yeah, exactly. He has a sort of a triple slant seam from the slot and triple slant from the left or the right wide receiver there in Laurent Etienne Gervais, able to beat one defender and gain a nice suitable 15 yards here for the team.
And now they are marching with intent. They have a little twinkle in their eye right now on how this has been so far in the first 2 drives. White pivoting, dumping into Ferland, and right there's Perra and Nick Fawn on the play. And we've not mentioned Nick Fawn's name yet, and he's a man who's a great, exquisite taste of what he is as a football player out there. He had 2 INTs during the regular season for the Bruins.
Yeah, he's good football player, good flag player. He might get picked on here, though, in Division 3. A tall task. Watch for Nelson Pereira and Nicholas Fond maybe to be the target and focal points for Jeremy White to isolate.
Well, the joys and frustrations right now, and it's been a frustrating last minute or 2 for the Bruins. And the joy comes through for Etienne Laurent Gervais on the touchdown. He started the play on the interception, and he ends it with 6, as you see from the replay.
Huge, very simple concept. Out from your slot, in back of the end zone from your wide receiver. Able to, concentrate super well, as you see clearly inbounds with the 2 feet. Great catch, great concept, easy concept. Something that the Bruins should have picked up there. Nick Fawn needs to communicate to release the out to Josek Alex and then back up into that zone.
The angle of his heels were at a perfect distance. And now here is White, the pop-up pass. And right there, Etienne Gervais Laurence has been a problem, and that problem has not been solved by the Bruins, as he now makes it a bigger scoreline for EZW.
Great catch and concentration once again from Laurent Etienne Gervais on the replay, but greater ball from Jeremy White. Great placement, right pocketed over Justin Calix, who is a tall receiver here. Maybe not from the bird's eye view, but on field level, absolutely.
And now the Bruins are in a hole of possessions, because now they don't get the possession to start the second half, and they got to score on this drive. Wiseman on the catch and Barros in on the tackle. And to talk about this team right now, it's a bit of out of form for the Bruins on both sides. They've not really found their sea legs yet here in RDP.
No, not just yet. That previous drive, the post wheel concept of got intercepted. Chris Véro just going a little more simple, all hooks, taking what the defense gives him.
Right now, it's been a moment of magic for Jeremy White. Véro wants that magic. He's pumping, and he is sacked. Ferland came in and used his telescopic arms to get that sack, and a big play for the pass rusher, and makes it now a 3rd and long coming up here for the Bruins.
I love me some telescopic arms. I know who I'm talking to, Pease. You know who you're listening to. The telescopic arms, like you mentioned, of Jace Ferland, really took that pressure on Chris Véro. Véro with his eyes off of the backfield, and Ferland was able, as Véro was kind of pivoting backwards, trying to make a spin move, able to get that sack.
And now it's a really tough situation, and this is a pass, and that ball is sent towards Highway 25 by Véro, intended for Zwern. And this has been a really out-of-form Bruins offense in this first few drives.
Yeah, now the pressure's starting to get to Chris Véro. Jace Ferland, with the previous sack, able to come in with less heat as the EZW defense went into man, forcing Chris Véro to be very accurate with that ball, just threw it over the outstretched hands of Zach Zwern on the sideline.
We'll see now if Véro can play a little bit of ambitious football in this situation right now. They've been stung by the EZW attack, and now they're in the thick of the things right now as they're in the shadows of their end zone on this 3rd down and long. Here is Véro, second quarterback is Cristiano. Véro trying to open up the space, and he's sacked. Devoured by Véro, by Ferland. And now you have to look at it from this perspective. Do you punt it or do you go for it here? Is this a turnover now? And what is the call?
Chris Véro's actually talking with Conrad Keeble, asking if the player dropping back on Rocco Cristiano rushed or passed the line of scrimmage before the rusher. If that would be the case, that would be offside. It's not the case. That was on fourth down on top of it. That was a fourth down play, so EZW get the ball in the Bruins territory on their opposing 5.
Bruins wobbly knees. EZW tails her up. They know the blood's in the water, and they have it right there for another touchdown. Nathan Desjardins, and it is no longer a close game, but a riot being run by EZW in this first half.
And I wonder here, it's a decision to go for 1 or for 2. If they go for 1, it's a 9-point game. If they go for 2, it's a 10-point game, and you're playing the long game. It looks like they're going to go for 1, make it a 2-possession game here.
Well, again, they are relishing this moment right now, up by a score of 24-6, which is 22-8 now, I beg your pardon, 22-8 in this game here. And with about south of 5 left in this first half, Jeremy White is in the utopian world of dominance. And here is the long throw, and Desjardins. Anything they touch, it's been magic. And they are fizzing, and the Bruins cannot contain the fizz in the bottle of what the EZW has thrown at them so far on both sides of the football.
And I stand corrected. I said that's a 9-point lead. That's actually a 15-point lead. 15-point lead is huge because that means your score, your onside, and the score after with a 2-point convert is only a maximum of 14 points. So 15-point is a new standard to hit, and that's what the EZW team has here.
And the thing is, they don't get the possession in the second half to start off. They go pressure, hat trick.
Oh.
Sack.
Oh, safety. Oh, that's huge.
And now do you challenge it if you are the Bruins, because it is no longer raining. It's pouring on them in this first half.
Oh, my. This game just took a turn. This is huge. It's not only the 2 points, it's the loss of the possession. As we see on the replay, it's going to be very close.
The yellow line is the end zone line.
Vero's going to take a step back. Why you're playing another clip of Brent? You're playing another clip.
And now with that, it'll be a 1st and 10 here for.
I'm hearing Brent Botkin speaking.
EZW. And here is White. He's going deep for the kill shot, and that is a little too much meat on that pass intended for Etienne Laurent-Gervais.
There's another game in my headset. Yeah. I hear myself talking.
And now with that, it is going to be a 2nd down and 10 coming up here for the EZW team. We apologize for the technical difficulties. As you might have heard a different voice, the voice of God, Brent Botkin, on that broadcast.
I hear myself in talking, and I'm not talking. I'm talking on this one. We'll get that all settled down as Jeremy White ready to take the snap.
There is White. The quick pass, and that was just behind Ferland, as in on the coverage was Calix and Rocco Cristiano. But right now, the blow to the jaw of the Bruins, they are feeling it right now, and they are wobbling at the knees. They need the halftime to come as soon as possible to readjust as they are down big.
Need a turnover. I'd rather the turnover and score on the next possession than rather than go into halftime just with the score the way it is.
Roll to his right is White. Going middle, same play, same result, touchdown. Bruins. This might be the knockout blow for the Bruins.
This is crazy. I mean, the same play, right? That rollout from Jeremy White, the defense shifts with him, and Alex Barros, once again, beautiful route, running that skinny post, but my God, this Bruins defense just has no answer for EZW.
They look shattered. EZW looks sparkling, and right now you can start getting that trophy ready for them, because they are on their way in this first half with this domination of a 32-8 lead. Here's White. And there is another conversion right now. And this in flavor EZW team has been sumptuous so far today.
Everything they're touching is turning literally to FPF gold here as the EZW is just on fire, and the Bruins just can't seem to get anything going. They have to score here. They have to make sure there's about roughly a minute and a half, a little under a minute and a half in the first half. They need to score.
Because you score now, maybe go for the onside, trying to get something back. Because remember, the first possession in the second half is going for who?
For EZW.
EZW, right? So they get that possession, so you might have to steal the possession now moving forward.
They just need to calm down, slow the game down, make sure you get a score, use as many plays here because you don't want to give not even 2 plays to EZW because with the way the things are going, EZW is going to score in 2 plays.
Well, the heat map right now for Verreau in this office has been very minimal. And here is Verreau. The short pass, and Gab Champagne in on the catch. And Nathan Desjardins is also there. So right now, it has been an absolute demolition by EZW of the Bruins. They have excavated the whole house and are about to build a palace of dominance by them so far in this first half.
All right, we got that technical difficulty out of the way.
As God, Ben Walken was there. And here is the slant again from Zwern. But at some point, though, Iggy, they're doing these thinking dunk plays. 5 plays left now in this first half. Do you test the deep ball? Because you guys stretch them because they're crashing with great ease towards the slants, anything over the middle by Verreau.
I'd start with a slant and then kick it back out, as I mentioned, because the inside now coverage is there by Alex Barros. It's still getting you 4 or 5 yards, which is fine, but not when you're down 33-8.
No, 2 runs on each side of Verreau. It is now a chance for the Bruins to maybe get some points. But right now, at this clip we're going at with very minimal plays, you might have to opt for the onside in the second half because you don't want to risk it with very little time left.
Early enough, yes, you're right. That if Bruins, the first time they score in the second half, are forced now to go for the onside. Not only that, they're going to be forced to go in a hurry-up offense the entire second half. You're going to look for tired receivers, and then that tires out those same defenders as well. So they're going to make sure that their rotation is in check.
Verreau trying to get the last 6 points of his first half. Looking, he goes right by Ferland, and away he goes, using the afterburners, and he got himself an extra yard too with the nice little alpine ski move with the little slalom move going down the middle.
Interesting. All the snow is gone, but you're still calling a ski move. I'll call it the dip, baby. Dip that guac and chips.
Yeah, you brought some really terrible guacamole, by the way.
I brought a single serve guac instead of a shared platter of guac for like everyone to dip their hands into. I'm sorry for being still COVID-19 relevant here.
I like my guacamole like the original avocado. I'm very high maintenance when it comes to food.
I'll book a trip from Mexico to you.
You were there last week, and here is Verreau trying to book a trip to Mexico with a trophy in hand, and that will not be it. And here comes the hottest property in the FPF world. And down the sideline they go, and a massive play by Nathan Desjardins. This is a first half knockout, and EZW is going to be your Div 3 champions.
You're already calling it. I don't know. I'm really curious to see how the Bruins respond in the second half because this first half has just been EZW dominance.
Let's look at the body expression, and Verreau talked to Conrad Keeble about something, and now what is going to be the conversation here, and what will be the situation as Verreau trying to work the angles with the referees?
Well, I mean, you got to do anything in your power, right? I believe he wants to call like a jump, maybe from Nathan Desjardins to put the ball at least at midfield instead of around the 10-yard line where it is currently positioned. But no, maybe there's a challenge. There is a timeout for the challenge.
Yes. Yeah. Once the walkie-talkie comes out, that means there is a challenge. So we'll get Jack Nudie on with us afterwards, see what the situation is. So let's see what the replay will be, as we'll see from the command center what it is exactly that they're looking at in terms of the replay here. So I'm assuming a jump.
Yeah. So the interception, I don't think is questioned by Chris Verreau. I think during a live sequence, as Chris Verreau's going for the tackle for Nathan Desjardins, either he's arguing that there was a flag guard on the play or a jump that would whistle the ball dead there.
Right there. That's
right
what
there.
He's
It's this is going to be
side jump.
This is going to be the discretion of a referee, and
so this is the best angle right here from the end zone cam.
Well, that no one is seeing right now. That it's on our preview screen. This is a point of contention for many players in FPF is what is a jump versus a sidestep. And no, there's no jump there. We're seeing it on our preview. There's no jump. Chris Verreau, sorry, but you flat out missed the tackle. Nathan Desjardins is gonna. This is my prediction: is that EZW is gonna have the ball at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, they're gonna have a chance, I believe, at the 10.
But we will, as you mentioned, we will get Jack Nudie to just clarify what exactly is being challenged and what the ruling on the field is.
So they're in the command center right now looking at this. Jack Nudie, Walter Berry. And they are looking, and with great intent here. It's just a matter of geography, where the ball will be positioned right now. That's what it's going to come down to
pretty much.
for EZW. Will they have 10 yards? Will they have 10 yards on it, or will they have maybe midfield? We'll see what the call will be, and they're still going at it right now. As again, we're seeing it from the replay booth of where we are in the preview right now. But again, for those who are not seeing it live, essentially what it comes down to is that was this a jump from Nathan Desjardins against Chris Verreault as he galloped down the middle of the field. And you can see right now on the replay here. So Verreault's looking, the crosser's there, his eyes are there, and then he throws it, great pressure from Ferland. And right there is Nathan Desjardins who just scooped it up. And here he comes down the near sideline, and the crosser right there. Is that a jump, or is that just him getting around Verreault? And the call is now going to be given to Conrad Keeble.
Either way, the EZW defense, the calling card has been two players, Etienne Laurent Gervais and Nathan Desjardins. These two defensive studs have come up big, huge for this team in the past, and are coming up huge for this team right now. That's 2 interceptions that Chris Verreault would want back. Even there, they needed to score on this drive, and then we got so close, forced that ball a little bit too much to Gab Champagne. Throwing over Nathan Desjardins is such a difficult task. He's one of that better defenders that even I struggled to throw against. Definitely a defensive monster out there, and he showed why.
Well, there's going to be quite the inquiry from the Bruins, hoping for something, a miracle here, but they did not get the miracle of desire, and now it is EZW. They are hunting and hounding. They are having their tails up. They want to hit for 6 and go into the team talk on a high, and also come out of the halftime break with possession as well. So there is another conversation right now with the scorekeeper and Conrad Keeble.
They're going to be talking about how many plays are remaining is my guess here, because through the review, the 5-minute delay here, we're just wanting to make sure how many plays are left.
The quicker the better.
2 plays.
The quicker the better here, and there's 2 plays left. So I think for the Bruins, the quicker the better, because they want to get to the team talk and kind of figure things out, because right now they're about to be put to the sword by EZW in this first half.
Well, all this delay actually gives Chris time to think of the second half game plan, what kind of plays he wants to run. Now, EZW is going to know that a lot of it is going to be deep and intermediate, so they're going to give up 5-6 yards. That's going to chew up 40 seconds of clock.
2 plays left, 1st and 10. White, and incomplete. Intended for Barros, and it'll be 1 play left, 2nd play left.
I like the idea of the double crossers there. Maybe got away, Rocco Cristiano did, with a little bit of holding, not enough to really drag Alex Barros down. But yeah, I like the idea of the double drags. Get the ball in the hands of your receivers and get some extra yards. It maybe turns into a touchdown, but it would have set up a last play of the game. But here it's from the 10.
EZW trying to add a little bit of insurance. Ferland through 2 Bruins, Fawn in the tackle at the goal line. So there is 1 play left. So there's 1 play left in this first half. They were actually corrected again. It wasn't 2, it was 3 plays left initially. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was questioning the play call there. I'm not sure why he never got in. Clearly, Jeremy White has a red zone play for here, because that call was called in under 3 seconds.
I would hope so. And here is White. And there goes White. And there goes the play, and there is a flag, and there's going to be a call on Rocco Cristiano as Bruce Hogan making that call, and he was pretty obvious from the replay you see on the bottom right.
Yeah, from the snapper position, Rocco with the hold right there on the in, out, in, or out, in, out, whichever way you want. There was clearly a hold from Rocco. Look, that's fine. You're already down 33-8. I mean, you might as well make sure that the touchdown doesn't go in.
White looking to his left, short, caught, touchdown. And we can start bringing out that trophy. Because right now, this has been an absolute destruction of the Bruins. They've been skinned in the woods of RDP.
This is unbelievable. They're about to put 40 points in the first half. This is crazy. But that's what the EZW potent offense can do.
Bruins had a 5-game streak of 40 points or more coming into this game.
EZW,
I beg your pardon. EZW's about to do that, as you said right now, in the first half
That's
alone
insane.
for hits. And that is why they're going to get it. And Rocco Cristiano's not happy about that. At the end of the first half, EZW.
Yeah, there's going to be unnecessary contact. Definitely. The thing is, it's fine to go for the ball, but he shoved Co Living into the sidelines here. Yeah, it was the definition of unnecessary contact. Had he just let up after the fact that he was out of bounds, there would have been no penalty there. But that's just a microcosm of the first half for the Bruins.
Well, it is now. Words can't describe this.
We're in shock here in the booth. I think the Bruins are in shock. They're a little deflated here on the sidelines. They're definitely going to have to go into a hurry-up offense here.
They're going to have to wait because that hurry-up offense is not going to happen right away. So for them, you look at ECW, they marauded their way through like a bunch of Buccaneers. And you look at EZW, that's what they did. But the Bruins right now just look toothless in how they played in that first half.
Yeah, they just had no answer for EZW in terms of the offense. EZW had their way with the Bruins defense, whether it was rollouts and the defense shifting way too much and overcommitting, leaving Alex Battles open twice on that skinny post from the slot, or on defense, the Bruins offense had no answer for the EZW defense. Every time there were double moves or they tried to go to a post wheel concept, Chris Vero was just underthrowing just a little bit, and as well on the crosser to Gab Champagne. Look, the EZW made some great plays on defense, but just everything's going EZW's way.
So just below us right now, we see Vero and Rock Cristiano warming up. Perhaps there's a quarterback change in the works. Go with Rock Cristiano maybe in the second half?
That could very well be Rocco's opening up, warming up his arm. That
Vero's
might
wearing
even
football gloves. I don't think Vero's wearing football gloves as the quarterback.
And it might be Rocco's ball if I'm getting a good enough view of it. Yeah, that looks like Rocco's ball. So it looks like there's going to be a quarterback change here. They got to try something, right? Like they're down huge.
Plan A, Plan B, Plan C, and Plan D are out the window. They're on to Plan E, which is now Rocco Cristiano. And for EZW, you don't want to let up, but you have possession here, and this next drive could pretty much seal the deal for them in this early part of the second half.
Absolutely, and especially even if they don't score, if they take up 6-7 minutes of clock, then yeah, they're not in a good position. Bruins are in a position where they need to undercut, they need to be aggressive, and EZW might take advantage of that. Watch for double moves, hooks and goes, in and outs, wheels, double outs even.
Let's go back to field level here for second half action. We do have Bruins EZW here on this Sunday afternoon. And right now, it is going to be the Bruins who are going to feel this loss. And I apologize to the Bruins fans out there, but this game is all but a wrap. And now we get ready for second half action here from Marie-Victorin in RDP on this Sunday afternoon. As we said before, it's raining inside, but it's pouring on the Bruins' hopes.
Yeah, and remember that 5-yard penalty is being applied from Rocco.
And now the chance for Jeremy White. He was fizzing, and they had no answer for him. And that first pass is caught by the man who actually created this whole deluge of points, Laurent Gervais, his first catch in the second half.
Yeah, the MVP race here is going to be an interesting one. You have Alex Battles with 2 touchdowns. You have Etienne Laurent Gervais with an interception and a touchdown. You have Nathan Desjardins with an interception. Maybe he gets a touchdown here to put his name in that candidacy.
Well, they've been oozing with intent, and EZW is now marching with ease as they had their second play of the second half coming up for Jeremy White. He's pumping, pressure, middle, caught, and up ahead into the plus territory. And Barros has one man to beat, and he pirouetted his way through.
Oh, my God.
And for Jocelyn Calixte, a heart and mouth moment, and you can just see now that for the Bruins, they have not given up, but it was not the most emphatic play of defending by them.
No, Alex Barros just with some speed on Rocco with a spin move on Justin Calix. That's 3 touchdowns now. That hat trick for Alex Barros might be your MVP candidate number 1 right here. Everything continues from the first half. Everything that EZW does turns into 6 points or 2 or 1.
Well, right now it is nothing but a smooth road, and here is Ferland with the picture pose in the end zone, the conversion. And it's been a swampland for the Bruins that they've been stuck in nothing but smog and trudge and all that stuff right now in the environment that they're in.
They can't see clearly, and yes, we have confirmation Rocco Cristiano coming in at quarterback with the switch. Chris Vero, a very good receiver. Let's see what they can do. It's going to be ultra-rapid, hurry-up offense here.
They're going to have to hope for a plethora of touchdowns. And the first pass is caught by Vero from Cristiano on the sidelines. That'll be more than enough for a first down. 12-yard gain just shy of the midfield line as they're down 47-8.
They're already taking too long in the huddle. You needed 2 play calls already ready to go. This is already too long. You're losing the game big, and you're losing the game because you're not calling plays fast enough.
Well, they will need at least 5 scores, at least.
Yes.
Without reply. And here is Cristiano trying to reply back. And here he is on the run. And that is through the hands of Vero. Might have been deflected by Jeremy White. He definitely altered the vision for Vero seeing that play.
Yeah, as we see on the replay, maybe we can get a zoomed-in version of it. It was caught between 2 worlds. Is it for the go for Zach Zwern, or is it for the out on Chris Vero? Rocco, maybe got a little distracted. Which one is it? And in the end, it was no one.
So, Iggy, we have a lot of racetrack left with this game.
I'm still interested with the clock still at 22 minutes if it can roll down. I'm still interested to see what the Bruins can do.
Not much. And here is Vero trying to create something, and that's a silent pass to Calix, and he will get tackled by Barros and Theo Levine. But as demoralizing as this is for the Bruins, we thought this was going to be a great matchup coming in. And they just look like they just were stuck in park the entire time in the parking lot.
I'm just curious to see how the onside goes because they're going to score. There's no question. You have to go for the onside. So I'm just curious for that. So far the drive is working, but they're going too slow.
And it is Cristiano trying to get the first 6 of the second half of the Bruins, and they do so. Gab, Charles Champagne in on that, and now makes it a little bit respectable. And what will be the decision? They go for 2 instead of the onside.
Questionable. I mean, I get it. You need a stop on defense. You need 6 stops, and there's not going to be 6 possessions. So why not go for the onside?
I think the error of resignation is now confirmed by their decision not to go for the onside.
I guess that's early to know that you're giving up. But the thing is, you need 6 stops. It's easy doubles. It's not going to get 6 possessions. So, yeah, it's kind of over.
It's been over since the first half.
Yeah.
I hate to break that news to you. And here is Cristiano. Div 2 coming up next. And Cristiano is walled off. Photo finish. Brent Young still hasn't determined what the call is yet. And that will be...
I think he's calling him short.
No good.
Yeah, there's no indication of a 2-point in the air. There was no good.
Up next, Div 2 final. Hopefully that'll be a little bit more spicier with Jeff Roseblatt and yours truly.
You will have Chris Vero in that game as well for cap-friendly Braves, so maybe how fragile will his mental state be? He's definitely going to have to put this one away. Joe Mayer is going to let him know, hey, put this one behind you because we have a big Div 2 game coming up.
Well, for Vero, I mean, he had a great season of success. LOE, unfortunately, got skunked by Mofos in the 4A playoffs. In fact, he had 3 games in a row that night, and that was his last game. He had one with Bruins, one with the CFB, and then lost that game in the Thriller.
Right.
And so that was one less trophy for him to chase. This trophy is probably out of reach now, more likely than not. He's got one more to get with CFB against Mangoose, which should be a high-scoring game. Of course, EZW, Mangoose, like cousins in terms of the relationships that they have as friends and all that.
Absolutely.
And here is Jeremy White. There's a forward pass, and here's Barros. That looks like Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase out there with that telepathy of success that they had so far.
Actually, we now that you mentioned, since there's like literally nothing else to talk about, and the fact that there was like a 20-yard gain there or so from Alex Barros, if you're watching, go ahead on the website. We have live scoring of this game going up, so you will be in real time able to see Alex Barros' stats.
Exciting stuff here at FPF. I must say, I'm very impressed by that.
Yeah.
And for Jeremy White, an impressive performance for him. And he is going to be a Div 3 champion in less than 15 minutes from now. And here is Etienne Larange-Gervais, another catch for him. And you can just see in terms of their ability of how they've done it so far today. They've hunted in packs. They've had a bit of shimmy. They've had a bit of gloss. And they have the style and profile and plenty of flair to work with as well.
It's safe to say Alex Barros is going to be your MVP. 5 receptions on 7 targets for 124 yards and 4 touchdowns in this game. Jeremy White, very impressive so far. 13 of 18, 205 yards, 6 touchdowns, and a clean 0 interceptions. Sorry, not 6, 0.
I'm sorry, Barros had 125 yards. Maybe he'd be in consideration.
Oh, maybe.
And here is the throw to Sio Levine, and Calix in on the tackle. And that is Levine's first catch this second half. And a 47-14 lead for the EZW attack over the Bruins. 14 minutes left in this game.
And impressively enough, the EZW offense has hit on every single convert. Sio Levine, 2 extra points for 1. JC Fadlan for 1. Etienne Laurent-Gervais, Nathan Desjardins, and Alex Barros all have 2-point converts.
So how many points is that from the converts?
That's 6 plus 3, 9.
So imagine, I'll tell you after the play here, and here's Jeremy White coming up on this chance here. The rollout, that is caught, that is a touchdown, and it's to the 50-plus range. So just imagine here, Iggy, and that's 9 points, right?
Yeah.
If the Bruins didn't score that last touchdown, EZW would win simply on converts
over scores from the Bruins.
Exactly.
And let's see if they hit the 10th or 11th point.
And
let's see if they hit that 10th point here.
And that would be remarkable. 10 extra points. They are styling and they are profiling, but they come up empty on that finish right there. Intended for Sio Levine. And with that, 53-14 lead.
Not much to hang your head on just stopping one convert.
No, you know, and Div 3 this year was fabulous from start to finish. We had some great games. Unfortunately, we thought what would have been the greatest game of all ends up being, a lack of.
A dud.
Yeah, it wasn't a box office thriller. Let's put it that way.
No.
It's going straight to the old school movie shelves of Blockbuster. And right there is Verron on the catch, tackled by Etienne Gervais. And we got some great finals today. We do have Div 1, Div 2. Div 2, Jeff Rosebud and I, Dan Lazar and I for Div 1. Then co-eds, you are taking over, I believe?
You're doing one with Seth Galina, co-ed 3. Yes, you are.
Oh, boy.
You're doing a co-ed 3 with Seth Galina.
And which final? Co-ed 3?
Co-ed 3.
I got to prep for that one. I didn't prep.
And then I will call the co-ed 2, co-ed 1 games with William Power. Mr. Will Power, 1972. I'm not sure why.
Barros with a powerful touch on that to deflect that ball away. And that will bring up another short play here for the Bruins. And again, I would imagine the Bruins will want to play it out to 5 plays. That's going to be the case here. But when does no mas become a big factor? Because if they don't score here and the EZW team scores again, it just ends up being...
70 points over under for EZW here.
Well, here is Cristiano trying to prevent that 70 points being over under, and Barros right there on the snatch of the tackle. And you see from the replay coming up. But if EZW were to score 70, I think that would be the first time a team scored 70 points in the final. In league history.
That would be quite the feat, and EZW is on their way to doing that. Great tackle by Alex Barros, because I thought Cristiano, one of the more slippery receivers and players to tackle in the division. Alex Barros has a myriad of fans here, so he gets a lot of cheers whenever he gets a tackle or a touchdown.
And there's a catch by Gab Wiseman. And look at the replay here from Gab Wiseman over the middle on that hook play. And for the Bruins, you wonder, Iggy, for both these teams where their future holds in the spring season. I don't know if you know the information on these two teams and where they're going to play this spring.
I do. The Bruins and EZW are both going to be in Division B, so
they might have a little rendezvous.
As we have a touchdown there from
Wiseman.
Wiseman.
A touchdown right there. So they might have a rendezvous or two in Div B this spring, summer. So
yeah.
And I wonder how well they'll do at that level if they're going to add some reinforcements, because you can't, respect for both teams, this is a good Div 3 team, but now you're going to Div B, which is a melange of 1 and 2, and now here's the onside kick coming up. So you're going to have to add a little bit, I think, some more arsenal to your repertoire here.
Which I believe the Bruins are. They're adding players like Marvin Steinberg to the squad.
Marvelous one.
Maybe even Mike Piercin, a cap review pending.
Well, I can always adjust those cap numbers for Mike Pierce and deny his approval.
So essentially, never give him a touchdown pass.
You know what? Mike Pierce likes to tote the company line of uniforms.
He does. You know what? It's time to call out Mike Piercin. Mike, do not reverse your jerseys. That just does not give you the game played. Where are pennies, please?
He dared me, and I said, Mike, we're not giving you the games. And no stats. And here is Cristiano trying to add to his stats. And here is the onside play, and there is the deflection by Etienne Gervais, intended for Verreau. And now they'll have a chance at the 5-yard line for a chance to add more points to their total of 53.
Maybe 60 if they hit the extra point for one. That, in a nutshell, is what you get out of Etienne Laurent Gervais, coming from the safety position, as we don't see it on the replay, able to get a fingertip hand on the go route from Chris Verreau on the wide right.
It's been a fizzy, skitty game for the Bruins, and essentially the game was over on the first INT by Etienne Laurent Gervais, and that's when it turned in favor of EZW.
We didn't know it then, but we know it now. But definitely at the first drive of the second half, when Jeremy White was able to punch it in, that was the nail in the coffin for the Bruins.
And here's White from the 5. Barros toe tapping his way through. Touchdown. And you just add a bonus to their year end of performance, and that is what you call a gloss to their lead that they have over the Bruins.
They're going for the history books here. They're just trying to get the most points in a final in FPF history. Look, EZW are doing nothing wrong. They're playing their game. They're not letting off the gas. Even though they know this game is over, if the Bruins are going to score, the EZW is going to reply back with another touchdown.
Yeah, this is a massive, massive game. Right now, the Bruins are in deep red ink, and they're not going to get out of this swimming pool of red. And here is White, and there's the pump. And Ferland, they're in the 60-point range. And now come back the Bruins, as they are now 60-20.
60 points. They're tripling their score.
1/3 of the scoreline of the Bruins has over the EZW team.
I knew this EZW offense was potent. I didn't see them scoring 60 in this game. This is unbelievable. Congratulations to them. Honestly, that's quite the feat.
You're a little bit slow on the cross. Congrats there, Iggy. That should have been done in the first half. I gave them the classic CNN projects. I projected the win at 30-6 or 30-8 when it was over then.
Oh, sure. Yes, but I'm talking about pre-game. I didn't expect, even though it's possible, EZW could have been in a. I'll put it this way. If EZW was going to put up 60, I would have predicted that the Bruins would have put up 58 or 55, something like in that range.
Well, maybe in practice they will now. Here is Cristiano, and he will take off, and Ferland in on the tackle. And you talk about Ferland's pass rushing. He handcuffed Verreau with a couple of sacks that really put them in deep holes. And that definitely changed the trajectory of attack for the Bruins in this first half, and now going toward the second half.
Yeah, if you're looking for a point where this game changed in favor for EZW, it was definitely the pass rush of JC Ferland putting a lot of pressure on Chris Verreau.
And with his Cristiano and the crosser, Zwern, his caught, I believe his 4th catch of the day, tackled by Jeremy White. And adds a few more yards to his account.
Yeah, sure. I can tell you exactly how many catches Zach Zwern has with our live scoring.
Oh, yes, we do have live scoring, my friend.
Zach Zwern, that is his 3rd catch of the day.
3rd catch, yes. He had 2 in the first half on slants. And Cristiano. And I would imagine for the Bruins, Verreau will be the quarterback for
That's the plan.
By logic of him being there and Mike Pearson perhaps coming on the team.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, it's a hard lesson here for the Bruins. They've invested wisely in terms of their building of this program. And they go to Div B. And, again, not sure how many teams are in Div B for spring, summer, but
8, 9, or 10.
right. So if there's
there.
8, 9, or 10, say roughly 10, then they'd probably be in that conversation of being a contender going deep in the playoffs.
Yep.
Cristiano, plenty of time, and that is going to the corner, and Varro is incomplete as his 2 feet were on the blue side of the turf, not on the proper end of the green side of the football field.
I stand corrected. Zach Zwern did make his 4th catch on that drag and the
As
5th
I knew,
catch, and the 5th catch on the
As I knew.
sideline.
You rely on technology, I rely on my memory for those highlights.
It was just we were like there's a 5-second delay. Excuse our
inexcusable here at FPF.
Okay.
Inexcusable. I want the stats to be on before the stats happen. That's what we need here.
Predictive live stats.
AI
Okay.
stats, and here is Cristiano, quick catch by Jocelyn Calixte by CO leaving on the tackle. And unfortunately for this Div 3 final, we all thought coming into this weekend this would be the best of the best, and it'll be at the bottom of the rung when we rank all the finals on Monday nights.
EZW would disagree. They would say that.
But in terms of the excitement, the drama.
Yes.
Drama.
I'm not sure how they reached 61. I thought that last one was a 1-point cover, but apparently we're at 61 to 20.
It's a formality now, Mr. Iggy. And here is Cristiano tiptoeing through. Zwern flagging the play. That will be short of the end zone, but they will give a first down here for the Bruins.
Yeah, it's going to be unnecessary contact here on Jeremy White. Oh, nice catch there. And just holding on a little too much of a Zach Zwern and not the ball was Jeremy White.
And Jeremy White helping out with the cone as well.
Yeah. I mean, he put up 61. He can help with the cone.
He did scorekeep back in the day. So
Yeah, it's true. One of our great scorekeepers. Thanks, Jeremy White, for all your work.
I'm sorry, that cut out. I didn't hear what you said over there.
I don't understand you, Mokan. It's okay.
There is Cristiano trying to understand the play, and
What the?
and that is what you call ingenuity, not as finest. The idea was there, but the execution was lacking.
What is going on? They're trying anything in the world now. There's motion. There's behind the back passes. It's turned into an all-star game here.
Now the question is, in the red zone, underhand is not allowed, as we
Correct,
know. But what about
actually.
behind the back? Because that's sort of underhand, right?
Yeah, but there's underhand, right?
Well, you're behind the back, right?
That would have been. That should have been. That would have been an interesting one for the reffing crew here to review. But that would have not been good, in my opinion.
Well, it's not been good for the Bruins at all. And Calix will get the touchdown, make it a bit more respectable here with 2:41 left unofficially in this game.
Okay, how many points do the Bruins have to score to make this a respectable game? I mean, 26-61 or 20 to 61.
It is dismantling here.
Yeah.
It's a dismantling. I pray.
Yes.
I pray that for this Div 2, Div 1 in the co-eds that it will be
not like this.
No.
Please.
There'll be a lot of conversation with the analysts. Here's Cristiano going to the back of the corner, and that is incomplete. Because yesterday, day one was fantastic. We had some great games. Most of the games were great.
As you can see, Nick Schaefer in the background. They're opening the door to Matty Victorin.
We must have to bleep that out, I guess, or blur that up. We cannot have any. It's afternoon football, not the after dark version of FPF.
Sure, I don't know what you're alluding to, but we just hope Nick Schaefer doesn't walk out that door.
Well, he's enjoying himself.
Maybe getting some fresh air. It's a little hot in here.
It is hot in here, so getting some fresh air, getting himself locked in here, and there he is, ready to come back in.
Well, maybe that's Tristan Fiscasso, actually.
Oh, no, it's Nick Schaefer.
They look the same.
That is Nick Schaefer.
That is Nick Schaefer, yes.
Nick
It's the walk, the Nick Schaefer walk.
Nick Schaefer that he has. All right, here is Jeremy White.
He's going to run.
And he will take off, and he will get tackled by Gab Wiseman. You know, unfortunately, we don't have like a depth chart here where he could have got like a send-off from the coach. You know, they bring in the backup quarterback and they give the starting quarterback the send ovation.
I don't think they want to do that. They're only 6. There's no back.
That's what I'm saying, though,
unless
right?
you want to start putting JC Fadlan in QB. Apparently, he's going to be quarterbacking in co-ed, maybe for easy fun, as I was having a quick chat with him before the game.
easy fun, a good team as well in the co-ed ranks of the FPF world. And we are inside a minute unofficially left, so nothing more than a couple more plays left, I would imagine, and then we will crown EZW the Div 3 champions.
Just one more time to plug our own app and scorekeeping availabilities. The live version of this game is up. You can see in real time the stats of your game that will be coming to you in the springtime.
What if we don't have Wi-Fi in the open fields of Laval and Loyola?
We'll pay for your Wi-Fi.
Oh, man. And here's Jeremy White. And that is it. A thumping performance, a commanding performance, and EZW are your Div 3 champions.
We could have said that in the first intermission.
You did.
Yes,
I just wanted to make it official now.
Yes, as the handshake line coming through for sure. Lots of respect between these two players, these two teams. As Alex Barros, in my opinion, is going to be your MVP of Division 3.
Well, not much to talk about. The talking points are very minimal.
Well, let's put it this way. This is the first championship for every player on this team. You have a little bit of everything. You have the EZWs from Division E way back when, losing a Division E final. Jeremy White, JC Fadlan, CO Living, they're all getting their first. Etienne Laurent Gervais, of course, that's part of that core nucleus, getting their first championship. Then adding players like Alex Barros and Nathan Desjardins. They were key contributors to this roster. Offensively, defensively, they too get their first championship in FPF. Congratulations to them.
All right, we'll go down to field level for the president here, Robert Campana, and we'll get him in there. And as he will be joined now by the EZW team, and Jeremy White being embraced by, I believe that is his girlfriend. And
yes.
Here we go down to Rob Campana with the presentation.
All right, guys, I'm down on field level here with EZW. They just finished a pretty impressive Division 3 final where they beat the very strong and talented Bruins squad by a score that I'm not even sure I should mention. So what I will do now is present the Division 3 championship trophy to the captain of the EZW team, Jeremy White. Félicitations, Jeremy. La bannière de championnat, guys. Et dernière chose à présenter, la plaque pour le MVP des finales Division 3, Alexandre Barros. Félicitations. Pas sur 5, je pense. Alexandre, t'es nouveau sur cette équipe. Parle-nous un peu. Peut-être t'étais la pièce qui manquait pour gagner le championnat éventuel. Évidemment, une super équipe. Parle-nous un peu de cette expérience avec EZW.
J'ai commencé avec mon coach, en fait, c'était lui qui m'a recruté. Et j'ai joué avec une gang de malades. Je les adore, puis ils sont tous forts.
Yeah. Jay, as we know, Jeremy was gone for almost a year overseas for school. You know, the EZW trekked on without you. But now that you're back, obviously you guys get to this point. Talk to us a little bit about what you mean to this team. I know that may be a tough question, but.
I don't think I mean anything in particular. I think it's just a group of guys, amazing together. We've been playing together for years now. It's just, that feeling, that energy that we have together, I think it's unmatched, and we saw it today. I gotta give a big shout out to Max Bouchessier. Max Bouchessier, he helped us get here. He's not here, he went on in Europe to chill or whatever. I gotta give a shout out as well to Sam Pesha. Both players that are part of the EZW franchise for years now. So shout out to them. Nico Blais as well. Nico's here, so that's my guy. All right, so shout out to all those guys.
Good job, Jay. Good job, Jay. Congratulations, guys. Back up 2 guys.
Okay, so thank you so much, Rob, for that. This is, again, talking point, utter demolition by ECW. That's pretty much about it.
Sure. I mean, super happy though for Jeremy White and his crew. They definitely deserve this. They were the best team in Division 3 all year long. They proved it. They had one little hiccup game against Griff Nation. Griff Nation, you beat the greatest champs of Division 3 here. But no, seriously, congratulations to EZW. Well deserved. They blew away the competition from start to finish. There's nothing much more to say, but you guys are champions for sure.
Well, that is it from here. Div 3's wrap. A big win, 61-26 for Bruins. Oh, sorry, EZW over the Bruins.
Oh, boy.
Trying to add a little bit insult to injury there. But a big win for EZW. Thank you, Iggy, as always. Thank you to Div 3. Great season for all in Div 3, and we look forward to seeing you guys in the spring season. We'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.